So I thought this video would be a great way for me to introduce myself to the YouTube world before I start doing my vlogs. So let's get started. I am the youngest child in my family. There are 3 of us. I have a sister who is 10 years older, a sister who is 7 years older, and then I'm the baby by a very large amount of years. I am 5 feet and 3 inches tall. I'm just under 3 inches, so I wouldn't say that I'm legally 3 inches, but it's so close that I just think that I'm 5'3". I am a natural blonde. You wouldn't believe it looking at my hair color now, but I've been blonde since the day I was born, and underneath this I am still blonde, but it's not a very nice blonde, so I've been dyeing it since I was in grade 8, but I still think that I'm blonde under here. My least favorite food in the whole world is salmon. I have never liked it. I don't think I ever will like it. I don't know what it is about that I don't like it, but I hate it. Like, I cannot eat it. I gag when I eat it. It is just the most disgusting food I've ever put in my mouth. I was a very chubby kid until like grade 8. And so as a joke, my best friend and my best friend is like this tall, skinny girl, and she always has been. So as a joke, we called each other a tomato and a cucumber. I was the tomato, obviously, and she was the cucumber, and those were like our nicknames for one another. Speaking of best friends, all of my best friends start with the letter J. My favorite colors are black, white, beige, and gray. I've always been made fun of for loving these colors because they're just so boring, and they're not even really colors, but I just love them. I love the way they go together, and I just always wear them. So they've been my favorite colors for a long time. I have never had a clean room for more than 2 weeks. I don't know why I've never been able to keep it clean. It's been this way since I was like 6 or 7 years old. I just never liked to clean it, and I always knew where things were, so I never felt the need to clean it, and then it just kind of became my routine. So I'm trying to break it. I'm trying to keep my room clean because I like it clean, but it just never seems to stay that way. My favorite fruit in the entire world is the strawberry. I could eat it morning, noon, and night. I love sunny days, and I really like rainy days, but those days that are like gray and in between and kind of sunny but kind of not, I hate them. My favorite numbers are 5 and 2. At my 16th birthday party, I made everybody come wearing black or white, while I wore a bright red dress. And then when they sang happy birthday to me, I stood on a chair and just watched as like the entire room was singing happy birthday to me. I suck at sports. Period. I secretly love One Direction. I kind of own quite a bit of their stuff, and it's kind of become not so much of a secret anymore. One of the things on my bucket list is to go skydiving. That will probably never happen because I am really afraid of heights. I have worn glasses since I was in grade 3, but in grade 7 I got contacts. I have had braces twice. This is because the first time I decided it would be a really good idea not to wear my retainer. I have been in 5 weddings. 4 of them were as a flower girl, and 1 of them was as my sister's bridesmaid. I have been to Disney World in Orlando, Florida twice. I went once when my sister graduated from high school, which means I was 7, and then I went a second time the year I graduated from high school, and I was 18. My all-time favorite Disney character is Winnie the Pooh. I'd never liked any of the princesses. I always liked Winnie the Pooh, and I liked him so much that I still, to this day, want to name my daughter Winnie. I hate driving. I've had my license for over 3 years now, and I try to avoid driving whenever I can. In December of last year, I legally changed my name. Not my first name. I took the first name of my aunt, who I'm really close to, and I made it one of my middle names. So now instead of 1 middle name, I have 2. I have only ever had 1 pet experience. When I was about 7, I got 5 fish for Christmas from my biggest sister, and they were all dead before February. Needless to say, I never got another pet. When I was a little girl, I used to take all my Barbies and cut off all their hair, and I'm not quite sure why I ever did it. I have telephonophobia, which means that I hate talking on the phone. I will avoid it as much as I can, but when I do have to talk on the phone, I get really, really bad butterflies in my stomach. I will not eat sandwiches. There's something about the texture of the bread with the stuff inside of it that just grosses me out. When I was in grade 8, I went to Quebec City on a class trip and I tried to order a smoothie in French. My French was so bad that the waitress at the restaurant just answered me back in English. I was once in a documentary. In June of 2011, I became an auntie to the most adorable little boy, but now he's almost 2. One summer, I became so addicted to the channel TLC that I watched it all day, all night, and now I know more about like polygamists and gypsies than I ever needed to know. I have 5 piercings and 1 tattoo. I have each of my ears pierced twice, and I have my belly button pierced, and I have 1 tattoo on the back of my neck. I love writing, and one day I hope to write my own book. I work at a coffee shop, but I don't really like coffee. I much prefer tea. I love musicals, and I secretly wish sometimes that my life were a musical. I refuse to wear a ring on my left ring finger until I'm engaged. I don't know why, but I'm slightly superstitious about it. I hate wearing socks, and I usually don't. I once fell down while I was skating as a little girl, and now I have a bump on my left knee that will never go away. I have played the piano for 11 years, and I took level 8 twice, just so that I would not have to change piano instructors. I love to bake things like cookies and cakes, but I hate to cook. I have never moved. Since the day I was born, I have lived in the same city, in the same house. I have only ever had 1 boyfriend. Mind you, we dated for 4 years. I went to university for 2 years before dropping out because I had no idea what I wanted to do with an arts degree, so I thought it was kind of pointless to keep going. When I was 18 years old, I went to Scotland and I got to perform in the American High School Theatre Festival. I've always had a really big fear of going through airport security or security of any kind. I'm not quite sure what I think is going to happen when I go through it, but I get like a lot of butterflies in my stomach and I just really don't like it. Last summer, I went to Toronto and I tried squid, octopus, liver, and chicken feet. The only 2 I liked were the squid and the octopus. I have never fainted. I have never had the chicken pox, no matter how hard my mother tried for me to catch them from someone. I've just never had them. My hair has not been this long since kindergarten. I've always kept it really short, but I really like it long and I think that it's probably going to stay. I really love being Canadian. I'm very proud of the country I come from, and I think I always will be no matter where I go. Ever since I was just a little girl, I always used to tell my family and my friends that I was going to move to England one day. Of course, being like 5, they never believed that it would actually happen, but now I am, and I'm following the one dream that I've always had. So there you have it, 50 facts about me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!